No, it's not. Inviting him here is worse for business. Let's see. Black Book Comedy Club screwed Black Book Comedy Club. Who the hell is open mic night, bitch? Like, come on. Do you think this is a game? Remember last year when I defend Roxanne's honor?
You do a lot of defending and proclaiming, and you'd be a heavyweight champion for sure, Dad.
Well, the heavyweight probably for
I know.
sure.
Wow, Dad.
Thank you to our good friend Maxine Dupree for hooking us up with the tickets on that
What?
one. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Shout out, Maxine. That's our girl.
Girl!
Welcome back to the weekly wrestling wrap-up. Derek's apparently mad that I invited Dad. Drama. Drama in the podcast studio. Do you have anything to say, Derek? This is a podcast. You are supposed to talk.
Nope.
Okay, great. Well, let's see what Dad has to say about the wrestling. Okay, we'll come back to why there's drama. Apparently, it's got something to do with Chad Gable. But for now, we're going to start with AEW. This is a good learning opportunity for you, Derek.
No, it's not. Inviting him here is worse for business.
I disagree.
Worse for business.
Okay, I disagree.
Let me tell you what triggered him.
Yeah, let's hear the trigger. Let's
So
just jump into
last
it.
night, I guess it was the main event last night. They were in Montreal, and
Make sure you're talking right in your mic.
and Sami Zayn
Is from Montreal. Yeah.
And it was a big deal. He had a grandioso entry, and I guess him and Chad had been, working together, and Chad coached him to do the, fight over Gunther, and he won and all that. And so they're buddies, but they were going to fight last night.
Right.
So they went at it, and they did their thing. Sammy ended up winning. Everybody was all happy, and they kind of hugged it out in the ring, and then they got out of the ring. And then I don't know what was going through Chad Gable's head, but he took out Sammy.
Oh, after the match.
After the match. He just, turned on him, and, that was certainly out of character for Chad Gable. And he's one of the friendlies here with you, Derek. And anyway, Derek did not like that. And he's not a happy camper with Chad Gable. And I told him, I said, well, I said, give Chad a pass. We can certainly be disappointed with him.
This is why in the notes I have Chad Gable crossed the line.
He definitely crossed the line, and he really crossed Derek's line. Derek was not happy.
Okay.
So
okay.
go ahead.
We don't have to talk about it right now. We'll get to it when we get to it. But
Well,
thank you for the backstory, Dad.
We get to it. Till we get to Chad Gable, I want him out of this room.
No, Derek, you need to calm down.
I will give you.
I invited Dad.
I understand you inviting him. That is unbelievable. I'm not happy about it. You should not do that.
Dad hasn't been on this podcast for months, and he's home, and he was available. He's not normally home this
Till we
early.
get to Chad Gable, he need to leave this room. I'm going to say something he doesn't like. So,
well, Dad can handle things.
I can take it.
That
no,
you don't like.
No.
You're the one that can't handle things you don't like.
I'm going to hear it anyway because I'll listen to it next week about this.
And then he'll call me, and then I'll have to give a relay to the podcast listeners. All right, we're going to start with AEW, and you're going to be professional, and we're going to move on. I want to know, I love when we have revenge in the podcast notes, Dad. Swerve Strickland wants revenge against Samoa Joe. Tell me about it.
He went after Samoa Joe.
Ooh, what did he do? Why?
I cannot believe what Sir Strickland did.
Are you going to tell us?
Wow. That's all only I'm going to say.
What? Tell me more than that.
That's all I'm going to say.
What did he do?
Dang, Sir Strickland.
Did he hit him? Did he punch him in the back? Did he stab him in the back? What did he do?
All the things. All the things.
You're not going to share any more details than that?
All of these. You're throwing hands, throwing the punches. Even worse, put him in front of the table.
Oh, he's put him through a table. He really turned on him, huh? Were you happy to see that, or were you upset with Swerve? What did you feel about it?
No, it's not that at all. I'm shocked to see that happening. So
This I am very interested in. I already know what happened backstage at All In, so I saw the
Yeah.
video too. So the drama was between Jack Perry and CM Punk, and this
Yeah.
was the footage that they wouldn't air back when CM Punk got let go from AEW.
I think so. Yes.
So because of this altercation that happened backstage at AEW is the reason CM Punk got let go.
That's the reason when he got fired. Yeah.
Maybe there was multiple things that built up to it potentially, like multiple arguments, but this was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
That's exactly what happened. So yeah,
So what was your take on the footage?
when I saw that footage, I have nothing to say about that.
Nothing. We do a wrestling podcast and
I-
you have
I
nothing to say.
Nothing to say what happened.
Okay, well, I'll tell
last
you
year.
what happened. I watched the footage.
So did I. I am
The difficult thing about the
Very-
footage,
surprised it was Jack Perry and CM Punk.
I thought we knew it was between Jack Perry and CM Punk.
Just like that, Jack Perry got fired, and also CM Punk got fired. Both of them was
Did they get fired at the same time?
yes.
Okay. So
They were fighting in the backstage.
I
and-
know.
and that's the reason
was
they
that
got fired.
All In London?
Yeah, that was last year.
Uh-huh. So here's the difficult thing about the footage that they put out. They put it out as if it was a big deal that they put it out, but it didn't have any audio. So all you really see is CM Punk come up to Jack Perry. They're having a conversation. It is clearly becoming escalated. And then it appears that CM Punk does take the first hit.
Yes.
And supposedly, you can't really see this in the video, but supposedly Tony Khan was kind of standing in the wings right next to where this happened. And at some point, he maybe took a hit too. Tony Khan is the owner of AEW. So it's kind of like they might as well have just put it out months ago if they weren't going to share any audio or tell us what was said. Because all you see is the argument that we already knew existed,
Yeah.
but we don't know what was said.
I don't know what exactly what that's about. And seeing that back, Jack Perry, you're fire. CM Punk, you're fire.
I wonder if there was beef that already existed there, but also
I'm pretty sure there's beef right there, but
was there beef before that day? Probably. I'm sure there was.
there's way before Punk and Perry losing.
Their jobs.
Not only losing their jobs, also
Losing the match.
losing the match.
Were they on the same team?
No.
Oh. So they didn't lose a match together,
Not together.
but they both lost.
Jack Perry goes 1-1 with Hug for the FTW Championship. Hug beat Jack Perry. And Hug is then the new FTW champion. That's the reason Jack Perry got mad. And
Did CM Punk lose it all in too?
yeah, I guess Samoa Joe for AEW World Real Championship lost to Samoa Joe, and after that, they started throwing hands backstage.
Yeah. And it seems like maybe Tony Khan got hit in the mix.
And Tony got hit.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Poor kid.
I mean, they are fighters, but they are certainly not supposed to be fighting when it's not planned. So that one wasn't planned. So you might be surprised about this, Dad, but I get the feeling that I don't think Derek is really a fan of Mercedes Moné in AEW. Am I wrong about that?
Well, I was a fan of hers before and was up against with Julia Hart. Mercedes got it bad.
So you're not a fan of Mercedes Moné because she's going against Julia Hart.
At Double or Nothing. For the TBS Championship.
Is that coming up?
Oh, that's coming up right after Dynasty, so yes.
Okay, so that's like the next big pay-per-view or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so you said here that Julia Hart makes Mercedes Moné learn the house always wins.
Yes.
So did Julia Hart beat Mercedes Moné?
Mercedes got a interview backstage, and somehow the lights went out, and Julia came out to attack Mercedes.
Ooh.
I could not see what happened.
So you're allowed to get in fights backstage when it's planned. Not allowed to get in fights backstage when it's not planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anyway.
Is Mercedes okay?
After that vicious beatdown when she got, the lights went up, and I saw Mercedes on the floor.
Okay.
She got beat up by Julia Hart. And Mercedes Moné just learned the house is always wins.
Okay. Moving on to Rampage. Tell me about Jay White.
Jay White got a win.
Over.
Big win over Matt Sardale.
Matt Sydal.
Yeah, I think he's from St. Louis or Kansas City.
He's from St. Louis. What's our connection to him?
Well, I believe he went to Parkway West, and Renee had him and went to school with him there. She's actually a classmate.
Okay,
or niece.
So our cousin is married to somebody he went to high school with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you know that, Derek?
That's crazy.
And actually, Josh and Matt, which I don't think that's his name. It may be his name. And
they do use their real names in
Renee,
AEW more often than WWE.
All had, I think Josh was in that class with them like their freshman year, and they were all in the class together at Mizzou. And that's where Josh met Renee, and he became buddies with Matt also.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about AEW Collision, which was followed by Battle of the Belts. Yes?
Yep.
So Kyle Fletcher and Powerhouse Hobbs.
They stole the win from Blackpool Comedy Club.
Oh, they stole the win. What does that mean?
Blackpool Comedy Club things won the match. No, actually did won the match. So Blackpool Comedy Club, what happened?
So how?
I kind of able to get that W.
So how did they win the match, but they didn't actually? They thought they won the match, but they didn't actually win the match. What does that mean?
Won.
I don't get
Blackpool Comedy Club just screwed themselves.
So Kyle Fletcher and Powerhouse Hobbs won.
Yes.
Blackpool Comedy Club.
Kyle Fletcher and Powerhouse Hobbs got the win.
And how did the comedy club screw themselves?
They think they won the match.
They were just confused.
They think they won the match. Please.
What does that mean, though?
That means they just screwed themselves.
Use a different word. What does it mean? What happened?
Let's see. Blackpool Comedy Club screwed Blackpool Comedy Club.
That's a different word.
Okay.
Got that right.
Are you going to tell me how they messed up?
I just told you.
Okay, we're going to move on. So you said here, and I quote, Blackpool Comedy Club is a bitch.
Reason I say that because they are.
because they screwed themselves, right?
Because they screwed themselves and they think they won the match. I don't mind to say this right now.
Why did they think they won the match?
They think they're going to lose to Kyle Fletcher and Powerhouse Haas, and that's the reason why they screwed themselves and let Fletcher and Powerhouse Haas getting that W. And I am proud to say this. From the words from Amanda and Cody Rose, who the hell is hoping not? Hang on. Who the hell is open mic night, bitch?
Okay, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Roderick Strong turned on Kyle O'Reilly.
Yep. On Battle of the Bells.
What is that? What happened? What did he do?
He turned on his friend like that was my shirt. Kyle O'Reilly got a high knee for his troubles by the simp Roderick Strong. Like, come on. Do you think this is a game? We all know the Roderick Strong is the simp. A bitch. Everything I know about Roderick Strong is like that. But turn on the Kyle O'Reilly, you're going to get your ass kicked.
Okay, well, is he going to get his ass kicked at Dynasty?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
I hope we get to go to Dynasty. I don't actually know. I'm working on it.
Well, speaking on Dynasty, how are things going with AEW Dynasty right now?
Well, I'm working on it. I don't have anything set in stone yet. I am hoping that we get some something to work out last minute. But I think our friends from the Belt Squad will be there.
Okay.
Okay. So they're going to fight each other at Dynasty.
Yes.
For the international championship.
Yes.
And who would you like to see win that match?
Oh, I got Kyle O'Reilly, bitch.
Alrighty then. Tell me about Athena.
Athena is still ROH Women's World Champion.
Are you happy about that?
Shock, actually.
Who did she beat to remain champion?
Red Velvet.
You thought Red Velvet was going to win?
I thought Red Velvet is going to be the new ROH Women's World Champion, but Athena
retained.
Well,
good for her. She was very nice to you when we met her, so.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Okay, let's move on to NXT. We got some more backstabbing going on. Tatum Paxley turned on Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah.
And?
Tatum Paxley, you just said not only turn on Lyra Valkyria, and she said that championship is no longer yours. It's not yours anymore. It's not yours because it's Roxanne's.
Does that really mean anything if she said that? She doesn't really have any pull, does she?
It's all Roxanne Perez title. Tatum Paxley is not messing around. That's fine with me. That's totally fine. But seeing that happen, I could not believe it.
Okay. So tell me that why Andre Chase is a jerk.
Well, you remember? Do you remember NXT NXT Great American Batch last year?
Yeah.
Well, JJJ say something about that. So you remember that dent for that university?
Okay.
That dent goes to the match with Teen Hell's match.
Okay, so what does this have to do with Andre Chase?
And Teen Hell asking Andre Chase, is it true? And he said, it is true. And out of nowhere, Teen Hell walks away.
So why is Andre Chase a jerk?
And that right there is Andre Chase is a jerk.
Because
You have faith in your university. Andre Chase
Chase you.
Having that legacy right there. And
So did he not have faith in Tia Hale?
no,
But you think he should have.
there's no faith.
But you think he should have had faith in Tia Hale.
Andre Chase is a coward.
Okay. Okay. So you were beefing with Kiana James. Derek Baker is done beefing with Kiana James. That means you were beefing with her, right?
That is correct.
So why were you beefing with her?
You remember last year when I defended Roxanne's honor?
I don't know. Sure.
Honest.
You do a lot of defending and proclaiming and,
True. Do you remember I defend Roxanne Perez on this podcast to talk
Okay.
about Roxanne Perez
Okay.
with Kiana James?
Okay.
All that I said about Kiana James, it's done.
Okay. So you were rude to Kiana James last year. Now you don't dislike her anymore. That was so last year.
Last year, I was beefing with Kiana James. That beef is over. Now, Kiana James never see me and Kiana James never see eye to eye last year. And now, I am proud to say Derek Baker and Kiana James are not beefing anymore.
Okay, good to know. And then Kiana James and Izzy Dame got the win.
Yes, which is I am so happy about.
We are going to move on. NXT.
Please.
Oh, you hush. NXT. Roxanne Perez is still NXT Women's Champion, and she has a new tag team partner. Tell me about it.
Yes, Roxanne Perez beat Talia
Ooh.
and still NXT Women's Champion. Thanks for the help by Lola Vice.
I have a question for you. Has Natalya been in WWE since her debut consistently?
Talia was in a WWE very long time. So
Has
yes.
she left and come back at all, or has she been involved pretty much consistently?
She's been involved before she debuted.
So consistently.
Yes.
Good for her. That's quite the career. Okay. So now Lola Vice and Roxanne Perez have teamed up. Tag team.
I can't wait to see it.
Are you happy about it?
Best friends, for sure. Tag team partners.
Well, you know what happens to best friends who turn into groups. They tend to turn on each other. I'm just saying.
Well, Make sure you know how to learn for that.
I'm just saying. All right, so Braun Breaker said goodbye to NXT. I watched the video. It was pretty emotional.
Yeah.
What's your prediction for his good buddy Baron Corbin now that his tag team partner is leaving NXT?
Well, I am very proud for Braun Breaker, what he did in WWE, especially NXT. I am very proud of him right now. To move up to SmackDown. In fact, he did have credible wins on SmackDown, like beat up Dante Shane, Isaiah Quinn, and also the past Friday did beat Cameron Grimes. After that, I think Braun Breaker is ready. I think he's ready to go.
I think Braun Breaker gets a lot of spray tans.
I'm pretty sure he does.
He does. He definitely does.
In a way,
What's going to happen to Baron Corbin? That was the question.
He is a colorful character.
Ha.
this is not the end for Braun. Starting the new journey. And best of luck for SmackDown. Before we get to my prediction, what's going to happen to Baron Corbin, let's hear it for the greatest superstar of the Stunners. Give it up for the whole Braun Breaker. Let's hear it for Braun, everyone.
Congratulations, Braun Breaker. Now answer my damn question.
Congratulations for Braun Breaker. Best wishes. Giving us cutting matches on SmackDown. And speaking of SmackDown, the draft is coming up.
Baron Corbin.
Yeah, moving on to Baron Corbin. The draft is coming up.
He's going to get drafted to SmackDown and be Braun's partner again. Man, they should hire us as writers, Derek.
Blah, 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 blah. I think for Baron Corbin, WWE draft is coming up. So I think Fox and SmackDown, Nick Aldis have to draft it Baron Corbin on SmackDown and be with his dog, Braun Breaker.
All right. Speaking of SmackDown, let's move on to SmackDown. We went live and had some Yummy Emo's Pizza during SmackDown this week.
Yep. We got emos, Janet.
That sounds good.
It was good.
Love me an emos.
It was good. We had a yummy
Square
salad.
on compare.
Square beyond compare. We had a yummy salad, yummy pizza, and we watched some wrestling with our friends on TikTok Live. So let's talk about LA Knight's big win.
L.A. Knight. Yeah.
He beat AJ Styles again. And was it a three-way? It was LA Knight, AJ Styles, and who else? Was it Kevin Owens?
Is the first match was a triple threat match. It was LA Knight, Santos Escobar, and Bobby Lashley.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And then he came back out later.
LA Knight beat both of them.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways.
And then AJ Styles beat Ray and Kevin.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. But LA Knight, because he won, who does he get to? Does he get to fight Cody now?
And
Or
this week on SmackDown,
now he gets a rematch again versus AJ, and the winner of that gets to fight Cody.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the missing piece I was missing. Okay. So LA Knight won, AJ Styles won, and now the two of them get to compete this week, and whoever wins gets to fight Cody for his championship at Backlash.
Yes.
Boom. Got it. And the funny thing is, LA Knight fought with Bobby Lashley and Santos Escobar, and he's the only one who didn't have his little posse come interfere in the match.
Santos Escobar tried.
Santos Escobar tried. His guys came out and interfered, and then the Street Profits came out to help save the day for Bobby Lashley, and then LA Knight beat them both.
That's right.
That's right. All right, so, Dad, there was some big drama with the Bloodline on Friday Night SmackDown, let me tell you. Let's talk about it, Derek Baker. Here comes Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and Jimmy Uso. They had the mics. They were ready to do some talking, and what happened?
Well, before all that happened, they don't have the locker room anymore.
Oh, that was funny. So they walk up to go to the Universal Champions locker room and expecting an invite inside, and it says American Nightmare. And Kevin Owens walks up and looks at them, and he's like, "You guys aren't welcome in here." And he goes into Cody Rhodes' locker room and shuts the door in their face. And they were a little butthurt about that.
Bummer.
That was funny.
It was funny for sure, and Solo wants to fix that, but
Yeah, Solo's pretty pissed about it. So what happened in the
that's
ring?
too bad. That's too bad for you guys. That's funny.
But did Jay get to go in?
They didn't show Jay going in. I'm assuming Jay probably had an invite. You know, Cody's got his whole little gang with
Yeah.
KO and Sammy and Jay, Randy Orton. They're all buddies.
Yeah.
But tell Dad
That's awesome.
what happened in the ring, because this was you've been predicting this for a little while. You thought it
I
was going to
did.
happen at Mania, but it actually happened the week after Mania. What happened?
Somehow this random man attacked Jimmy.
Well, the random man doesn't feel that random.
What is his name?
His name is Tama Tonga, and supposedly he's like some other extended person in the family.
Is he the newest member of the Bloodline?
It seems like it, and it seems like he was recruited by Solo.
Oh.
Because Solo's trying to, now that Roman Reigns is taking a break because he lost his title, seems like Solo's trying to kind of like top dog everybody.
That's exactly what's going on.
And then do you remember what happened with the phone? Paul Heyman was over there in the corner. This guy comes out, beats up Jimmy. Solo lets it happen because they were clearly conspiring together. And then Paul Heyman gets on his phone trying to text Roman, and Solo catches him and snatches it and throws it on the ground and starts stomping on the phone.
Actually, he says, call Roman Reigns. And then,
Yeah, Solo was having none of that. No tribal chief getting involved.
nope.
And Solo,
Damn, Solo.
yeah.
Damn.
And then he did actually, he took, he actually, before this all went down, he gave Jimmy a hug, told him he loved him, told him they were brothers, and then watched this other guy beat him up, and then took a chair out and put Jimmy's head in it, and Jimmy took a chair shot from Solo.
Yep.
Yep. So that's about it. Doesn't look good for Solo and Jimmy remaining buddies. Do you think that means that Jimmy and Jay might be friendly again soon?
Unite? Yeah.
It seemed like at WrestleMania, Jay was going a little easy on Jimmy. He had a soft spot for him, for sure.
He did.
Maybe they'll come back together soon. So then your girl Bailey entered, and she was chitter-chattering on the mic, as she does, talking about her big win. And who interrupted it?
Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton. She's got quite the attitude on her, Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton is the one tough diva.
She is.
She's like Tama Tonga. Like, have you seen Tama Tonga having that big muscles? Can you imagine?
Like these?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Like you got?
You'd be a heavyweight champion for sure, Dad.
Well, the heavyweight probably for
I know.
sure.
Wow, Dad.
So Tiffany Stratton
Wow.
comes out, and then Bailey was talking, and Tiffany comes out, and she's like, since you're looking for an opponent, I volunteer because I think I deserve a chance at the title. And then Bailey tells her, well, I actually wasn't looking for an opponent. I have my idea of who I want my opponent to be, and I want it to be Naomi, which Bailey and Naomi are friends, like in real life.
Yeah.
So I think this is kind of like their opportunity to get their chance in the ring together, which is kind of cool for them. But Tiffany, what she said, which was kind of funny, even though I love Naomi, she did say Naomi couldn't win a title if it glowed in the dark. Because Naomi's thing is feel the glow. So that was pretty
no,
funny.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Naomi's whole like deal is like, I'm the glow, feel the glow. Like her stuff is always very neon vibes. And so it was pretty funny that Tiffany's like, she can't win it unless, even if it glowed in the dark. And then Bailey invited Naomi out, and Naomi and Tiffany had a match. And what happened?
I thought Tiffany is going to get that W, but instead, it was Naomi.
You were the only one that thought Tiffany was going to get that W. Mom and I were 100% team Naomi.
I thought it was going to be Tiffany, but
I don't know why you thought that.
looks like Tiffany time did not work out for her.
Right. So then we were on TikTok Live, and here comes Piper Nivens and Chelsea Green. And they were trash talking, what's his face, Nick Aldis?
Yeah.
They were not happy with Nick Aldis. And Crazy Michael, shout out to you, buddy, he called it. They were looking for an opponent. They didn't have an opponent set in stone, but they wanted a match. And Crazy Michael said that it was going to be Jade and Bianca that came out together as a team to fight Chelsea Green and Piper Nivens. And he was, in fact, correct. And the two of them came out
Good for him, though.
in these badass purple outfits, looking fit AF. I am telling you what, right now, I would never step in a ring up against Jade and Bianca. That is not a duo I would like to fight. And what happened?
Bianca and Jade getting that W.
Yeah, they definitely did. I feel bad for Chelsea Green because I like her, and I know that she's really good friends with our friend Maxine Dupree. And I feel like,
Don't forget it. She got a husband named Sagrada, goes by Matt.
I know. She just seems like a cool person, and she's just losing all the time. Always losing. But I guess she did win last night, huh? On Monday Night Raw?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad they finally let him get the win. So, speaking of Monday Night Raw, I do want to tell you that we are official, locked in, good to go, Monday Night Raw in Kansas City. Thank you.
Go!
Thank you to our good friend Maxine Dupree for hooking us up with the tickets on that one.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Shout out, Maxine. That's our girl.
Girl!
What do you say?
I've got all the right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Maxine. All right, so Raw was pretty dramatic last night. So there was some drama going into Raw. I have to read you these text messages between me and Derek and Jared. So Jared texts Derek and I yesterday, and he's like, big announcement on WWE tonight. And so, of course, I'm like, what is it? And he says that Rhea Ripley may have to relinquish her title. And I say, why? And Derek says, Jenna, don't worry about it. I will talk to you about it. And Jared, do not bring that up to my sister like that. You were a little sassy with our friend Jared.
Well, he didn't. He need to. Don't give out spoilers for that.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really a spoiler. He didn't know what was going to happen yet.
Well, he's the one that's trying to spoil it.
And I said, I guess Derek wants to tell me on the podcast. And Derek said, no, Jenna, I do not want to talk about it on the podcast. And congratulations, congratulations, Jared. You did this to yourself, not me. So he was really giving Jared the business.
Yeah. He's trying to get those hands.
So come to find out, Rhea Ripley is injured.
Yeah. I just saw that first one.
So tell me about what she said. She started off Raw, right?
She did start off Raw, and I could not believe what I saw.
She relinquished her title. Did you watch this part?
Before that.
I saw her come out with a sling, her arm in a sling, but I didn't really watch it after that.
That's exactly what it is.
Her arm's in a sling. She hurt her shoulder, I heard.
Yes.
Well, actually, Liv Morgan hurt her shoulder.
Yeah.
So last week we talked about the fact that Liv Morgan attacked Rhea Ripley backstage, and come to find out, Rhea was injured from said attack.
Who injured
Yes.
Liv Morgan?
Rhea Ripley.
Ah,
Yep.
turnabout's fair play.
See, this is why I'm like,
Fair play.
I
baby.
was texting with Jared. I'm like, is this a real injury or is this like an injury? Because, Rhea is engaged. And I'm like, maybe she just needs to be injured for a few weeks to go get married.
Probably a good plan.
Especially since the injury was returned by Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
But I will say Liv was out for a long time. So, like, maybe Liv really was hurt. But Liv also had a hurt, like, collarbone shoulder area. And now Rhea's got, like, the same injury. But I was asking Jared today, I'm like, well, do we think this is a real injury? Or do we think she's just going to get married? And Jared was like, I don't think they would be doing it up this much and make her, like, relinquish her title if she was just going to be out for a few weeks to get married. So I don't know. I don't really know. Jared seems to think it's real. I've got a speculation that she's about to get married. We'll see what happens. What do you think, Derek?
It's real to me.
We know. It's all real to you, Derek. It's all real. So she did relinquish her title. She put it down in the middle of the mat. She gave it a kiss goodbye. And now it's up for grabs next week. Is that right?
Yeah, it is.
And who gets to fight for it?
My girl Becky Lynch.
Ooh, against? Is it a multiple people? Is it?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I got the man, baby.
Do you think Liv's gonna get a chance at the title?
Oh, I hope so.
That could be the case.
So they've announced Becky. They just haven't announced an opponent.
I think it's gonna be Becky Lynch, Tina Knox, or any woman.
Is it gonna be a one-on-one match versus Becky Lynch, or is it gonna be some sort of like battle royal?
But Battle Royal, Fatal 4-Way, 5-Way.
So you know nothing except for the fact that Becky Lynch has a chance.
Becky Lynch had a chance.
Okay. So what was the response from the Judgment Day on this announcement?
They were pretty upset what happened.
And now that Rhea is gone, what do you think is going to happen with the Judgment Day?
No, is she out of the Judgment Day?
Well, she's not like out of the Judgment Day, but she's going to be out.
She's just out, so therefore she's out away from the Judgment Day.
Yeah, so if she's not
Yeah.
there to like oversee things, she's kind of the leader of the
they're
group.
gonna fall apart. They can't.
They're
deal
going to
without
crumble.
The leader.
Exactly. I don't think this is good news for our boy Dominic, unless this means he comes back to the good side, and in that case, that would be good news.
Well, when Rhea is away, there could be the chance for Finn Balor, JT McDonald, or Damian Priest to attack him.
So you think the Judgment Day, the guys are going to turn on Dom
Yeah.
because he's the weakest link?
Yep.
Bummer.
Poor Dom.
Poor Dom.
poor Dom.
Unless he comes back to the good side, and in that case, I would be happy about that.
Unless I do want to see Austin Theory against Waller and Pretty Daily come to the aid to Dominic.
Austin Theory is good buddies with Dom, so I could see that. So somebody made a return to WWE last
Captain
night.
Warrior, Fight Night all the way, baby. Fight Night.
What's that mean?
Are you going to tell him who it was?
I did not hear that.
Well, tell him who it was.
The Captain Warrior, Sheamus.
Sheamus.
Oh,
And
Sheamus?
who did he fight?
He just fought Ivar and won.
See, this is one of those returns that actually feels like a return.
Yeah, Sheamus has been out a while, hasn't he?
He has.
Because a lot of times they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah is back. And I'm like, they literally fought 3 weeks ago. That doesn't feel like a return. Sheamus has been out for a while. Liv Morgan returning at Royal Rumble. She had been out for a while.
Yeah.
I did make a mistake. I have to out myself. So I saw a post that Rhea Ripley tweeted something about 380 days. And I texted Jared and I'm like, dang, she's going to be out for 380 days. And Jared's like, that's how long her title run was. So my bad on that. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot more
Who'd she
sense.
take the
What's wrong
title
with
from?
you?
Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte?
Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39, which we were in attendance at, and Derek went nuts about. So tell me about Awesome Truth and the tag titles and Adam Pearce. This whole thing has got me very confused.
Well, first we did start with Triple H and the Pierce, and it looks like that predictions for the tag titles get changed.
So did Adam Pearce insult R-Truth before or after?
I think that's way after that.
Oh, okay.
After that, and Triple H just bring out the Raw Tag Team Champions, which is The Miz and R-Truth.
Mm-hmm.
No song to play. Awesome Truth. What's up? They come out in a ring, and Triple H was actually never. He wasn't happy to seeing the Miz and R-Truth because become buddies, tag team, they get together. Triple H did got up running into in the past, but besides that, Triple H just got the new tag team championships already out. The cover take off.
So they didn't have to earn the titles. Triple H just gave it to them.
So what happened was Raw Tag Team Championships just retired, and we have the new tag team champions. The new championships is called World Tag Team Championships. So Awesome Truth are biggest opportunity for them. I am very happy for the Miz. They are Truth for this one. They are World Tag Team Champions.
So the Raw tag team titles doesn't exist anymore.
Retired.
So do the Smackdown tag team champion belts still exist?
Well, we'll see what happens on Friday.
So those championships, they're just like out of commission now. And they just gave them a different title.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm curious to see what happens with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller then.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll retire the SmackDown belts and give them a different tag team champion?
Probably.
Okay, interesting. We'll see what happens with them then. So Adam Pearce, it sounds like he was kind of insulting R-Truth.
Well, R-Truth thinks Triple H is Tommaso Ciampa. What? Why R-Truth just saying that to him?
So he called Triple H by the wrong name? R-Truth really likes playing the moron.
You know, I don't know much about his personality prior, but he is a really funny character.
He's hilarious.
He is a funny character since he came back on the scene.
They are always making him look dumb, though.
Oh, he's funny.
He enjoys it. He has fun with it.
He's entertaining for sure.
R-Truth is really
I don't know if you
comedy wrestler.
He's definitely a comedy wrestler. I don't know if you were working with us yet, but when they were recently in Perth, Australia, R-Truth tweeted about going to Austria instead of Australia.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where's everybody at?" Oh my gosh! So R-Truth mistaked Triple H for Tommaso Ciampa, and because of that, Adam Pearce told R-Truth he only had half a brain cell.
And right after that, and Pearce is trying to explain to R-Truth, you just make them leave that Triple H, and R-Truth came out saying Triple H is a Tommaso Ciampa, and until Adam Pearce just said, Truth, you have a brain cell.
Just one?
Yeah.
Okay. And now they're going to face DIY to defend their championship.
Yep.
Okay, tell me about
Next
this
week.
Jey Uso win. Who did he beat?
He just beat Finn Balor.
Ooh, Finn Balor, good win. And I saw on Instagram that Cody and Jay were on the mics together, and Cody said, "Hey Jay, I've got one more thing to say. Until we yeet again."
Yeet.
I thought that was funny. Okay, so Damian Priest did not attack Jey Uso,
No.
but who did?
Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Dominic
So was this during their match or after the match?
after the match.
So after the match, Finn Balor came after Jay again with JD McDonough and Dom.
Yes.
3-on-1? Backstage?
No.
Right after the match.
Why after the match?
Yeah,
It was
I did see
3-on-1.
this. He got beat up in the ring and then left, and then went up through the crowd and went out the door, out the main entry of the door, and ran into Sami Zayn right there, and that was the beginning of Sami Zayn's entrance.
Oh. And then when did he get beat up?
Well, in the ring.
Oh. Okay.
In the ring, they came in, beat him up. I didn't see how that.
After the match.
I didn't see how they got in there. I just I come into the room when they were beating on him.
So.
But David Priest did not.
Partake.
David Priest did not attack Jay. I got a feeling that David Priest could be the first one out
Of Judgment Day.
of the Judgment Day.
Well, he is a heavyweight champion, so he's got nothing to lose right now.
It was a 3-on-1 for Jey Uso, and David Priest just standing there. Just standing there.
Okay, we got to move on. So, back to this
Same.
whole Sami Zayn, Chad Gable thing.
If I'm David Priest, I should go in there and to have an opponent.
Okay.
Well, so when Jay left, he goes up the aisle. He's high-fiving all the fans through the corridor, high-fiving all the fans, and there was a big, fan moment. Sees Sammy, and then Sammy comes in and essentially does the same thing all the way down into the ring, goes around the ring. I mean, it was a huge moment for him coming in, and then he gets in the ring, and it was a touching moment because he's home and he has all these fans around him. Then Chad comes in and they do their thing.
So, do you think Chad's turning heel?
Let's get to the match first, and then I will tell you if Jack Gable is gonna be the heel.
Well, I don't really care what happens. We know Sami Zayn won. I want to know about the drama.
Well, Sami Zayn is still Intercontinental Champion.
Of course, he's still the champion. They're not going to let him win it at WrestleMania after Gunther had it for 666 days and then hand it over 2 weeks later. That's just ridiculous, especially not in his hometown. So, we knew Sami Zayn was going to win before the match even started.
Yes.
What happened with Chad Gable, and why were you so pissed about it?
So, Sami did win, still champion. That's awesome. I do want Sami Zayn to win. That's good, but Jack Gable crossing the line.
Well, but it was very respectful in the ring. Sammy won. They kind of gave each other their respects. You kind of thought it was over. They get down out of the ring. Sammy's kind of reacting with the crowd, and out of nowhere, what happened?
Sami was hugging his wife right before that one happened, and I would like
No.
my dad take off his headphones real
Whatever.
quick because I
Gotta
don't
take the
want
headphones off for this one.
I don't want him to hear this anyway.
I can't hear
he
anything.
totally can't hear, even though he's sitting 2 feet away from you.
Yeah, yeah.
Ears out, Dad.
Me.
All right, tell me what happened.
Anyway, when Sami Zayn's right hugging his wife, out of nowhere, Jack Gable interferes the hug from the wife and suplexed him. He turned on him. The feeble what he did.
Threw him onto the table.
Suplexed him through the table.
The announcer's table.
Superplexed him on the floor first.
Yes, that's true.
And then the table, putting him back in the ring, holding his foot. Sami Zayn was screaming his life out.
Yeah, he was trying to injure his knee, right? Was it his knee?
Sounds to me like Chad's
Knee,
turning
ankle.
heel.
But he had been working on his knee and ankle through the whole match. He was
Sound-
already injured.
Sounds to me like Chad's turning heel.
Sounds like it. If he is a turning heel, and I understand Dad wants to defend Jack Gable's honor, but I'm not gonna take this right now. That's the reason I want Dad to take over his headphones. Jack Gable, Chad, we were buddies. How many years me and Chad were buddies?
We've known Chad since January of 2022. If you're going to make a proclamation, make it quick.
We were buddies in 2022. Yes, thank you. And now last night, bitch, what are you thinking?
I think he's probably doing what he was scripted to do.
What are you thinking? You really want to turn on Sami Zayn? Like, come on, you were buzzed. You were buzzed the whole time. You help him with the win at WrestleMania. And now you decided to turn on him? You are a coward, Chad. You're a coward. The reason I don't want Dad to hear it, to hear this right now, because I don't want him to. Because I don't want him to listen to this. He thinks I am unloyal to every single friend I know. He's right.
You are unloyal to
You
a lot of
are.
your friends.
Exactly. That's the reason what Eagle Sky did
Let's see.
and
Chad,
Tony Kai did.
Dom,
Bailey.
Actually, we're good on Bailey, though.
No, because you cheered on Damage Control even though they turned on her. That's unloyal.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you're the problem.
Shut up.
All right,
You
all
got
right.
a lot of nerve to do that. Lot of nerve. My dad called it. Sometimes I'll be unloyal. Sometimes I don't. Because we all know you are a coward, Shad.
All right. That's enough screaming.
Enough. Enough is enough. So next week,
Enough is enough from you, bro.
you need to apologize to Sammy. If not, you're still going to be a bitch and a coward. That's something what you think you are.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that. That was a lot.
You're welcome. Dad, you may
Do you have any last thoughts, Dad?
Oh, I think he should give Chad a little bit more
Grace.
than that.
You may put your headphones back on if you like.
Okay, you don't get to rebuttal. So we have a couple of quick topics we need to run through. Number one, big news, breaking news out of the Logan Paul family. Are you aware? Do you
Yep.
know? What's the news?
Loki Paul?
What about him? Do you know the news?
Oh, I think I saw
What?
Loki Paul is going to have a baby.
Logan Paul's going to be a dad.
Well, that's wonderful.
I know. Congratulations to him and Nina.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. This is the last topic, real quick. I need to know why you feel this way. I don't trust Bailey. Speaking of Derek being unloyal. Look at Jack's face.
He said that?
He texted me, I don't trust Bailey. I need to know. Jack just gave me the biggest eyeballs.
Add Bailey to the list.
Relax, Dad.
What do you not trust Bailey about?
Do you remember when Bailey was the leader of Damage Control?
Yeah.
The leader that got turned on?
The leader that got turned on, the leader that let you meet the rest of Damage Control?
I got a feeling Naomi is in for the trap.
Because Bailey wants to fight her?
Well, no offense, I do love Bailey. She's awesome. But
You think she's setting Naomi up?
I think Naomi is daring in a trap.
Which is why.
Do you remember that tag team match between Bailey and Dakota and the Bookie Warriors?
Mm-hmm. And then Dakota turned.
Yes. I think we're going to have that tag team match again. This time it's going to be Bailey and Naomi goes 1-on-1 with Dakota Kai and Asuka, and I got a feeling Naomi was trying to fight the odds.
When is that match taking place?
You're just screaming in my ear.
Or you were literally screaming like 2 minutes ago. I was not screaming.
Fair.
When is that match taking place?
On SmackDown.
This week.
Not this week.
Okay. Here's the thing. There is no chance in hell Bailey gets back with Damage Control.
You don't let me finish.
I think you're completely wrong about this. I do not think
Let
Bailey
me
will turn
finish.
on Naomi.
Should I take my headphones back off so while you're screaming?
He is screaming. All right, finish.
It wasn't
and then we gotta
screaming in
end
my
it.
ear.
Thank you. I got a feeling Bailey, remember that tag that I made by Dakota and
Yeah,
all
Dakota
that?
turned on her. I know. I watched it with you.
Yeah. I think this is going to happen again. I think Naomi fight the odds with Dakota Kai and the Book of Warriors. I think it's going to happen again. I think Bailey
Naomi's going to try to tag
there,
Bailey,
trying
and
to-
Bailey's going to pull away.
tag Bailey. That Bailey move her hand and drop her feet off the mat.
Okay, thank you for sharing. I think you're completely wrong about that. There's no chance in hell that's happening.
No. I'm right.
Okay, that is all we have time for
I
today.
really don't trust Bailey, but
That is
I do
crazy
love it.
talk, like we were talking, unloyal. That is all we have time
You
for
know what
today.
is
Dad,
unloyal?
thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your wrestling opinions with us, especially since you watched a little bit of Raw with Jarek last night. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you're a wrestling fan, you should probably tell your other wrestling fans how entertaining and chaotic we are, because if you're still here, then you probably enjoyed listening. Derek, what should they do with this podcast?
easy. Share, like, subscribe, baby.
Share, like, subscribe, follow us on all the platforms. Find us on Cameo at Baker Banter, on Snapchat at Baker Banter. And if you want some Baker Banter merch, go to bakerbanter.com and we will talk to you on Monday. Peace.
Peace.